All right. So just playing around. It's a live stream, and I'm just building some print on print collage patterns. And I'm talking to my fibs, the friends in the box, on Ustream. For those of you watching on YouTube, if you go to Ustream and you look up Debby Epps, that's the name of my channel, and you set up an account, you can join us and you can visit with us. We would love to have you. All right. And I'm gonna let it just come off because most of this will be under the mat. Okay. So I like that. I'm thinking there's just a little bit of that peek over here. Let's try it. And I'll get a mat and we'll look at it just a second. You'll see that not all of this would be in the frame. Trim that off. A little bit. Oh, excuse me. And then I like those numbers, but I want it skinnier. There we go. Save those scraps for another. Okay, and then let's trim that from the back. And then that's ready for a girl, which I don't have anybody ready to do today, but let me get a mat and I'll kind of show you our area that would be, how it changes it when you just mat it. So you can see that it really kind of changes that. And then, like I said, I'll probably put a quote in there and one of my girls or a focal figure. All right, so it's one down. Let's see. And we'll stay with the turquoise for a minute. Let's see if this paper will cut down or not. Yeah, this paper will cut. It's just that thin. Right. Let's see if we can find... I'm thinking maybe some of that could be used. Oh, this is it. We'll use some of that. I don't think I want to use that. Maybe this would be better on here. So that'll go on there. That's too blue. And I'll use some of this. Okay, so let's set that one aside. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tear a corner, and I'll put that right there. I know I want that. And then I'm thinking one of these stripes I'm going to cut and put it right down the side. And I think before I glue this down, I think I'm going to it's got like a scallop print in here. I think I'm going to cut that. So it almost looks like a piece of lace on the side. I need to use the other scissors. And hi to anybody I didn't say that came in when I had my head down painting. Notice there's Kathy and Lisa and Linda and LG and BG. Linda, Judy. I don't know if I'm moving on. Yeah, I am. I got a bad habit. I'll pull it back in when I'm cutting. And it's hard to cut on the camera because it's away from your body. Bye, Ella. Oh, I will. I'm going to go and print some girls. I'm going to do my 1890s, start my Across the Decades challenge. I found my girls, and I decided I'm going to do a house from that era and have them walking in front of the house with probably kind of a quirky quote to make it more modern. I may do that on all of them. I may do the houses from that era and a fashion person from that era, like do a background. But I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Question is, do we want this here? No. My original thought was down this side. Oh, ick, Laura. All right, so let me glue the red paper down. And then we'll decide about this. It may need another third print. And I'm just using Mod Podge for my gel medium because I go through a ton of it. Okay. I really want to use this, but I don't know. Let's get the mat out and try to decide. Okay. You can see the title of the music paper, and I want to leave that. Maybe that. Peeking out on that side. Yeah, it's a new pack that I got from Tuesday morning. It's K & Company. And it's... Does it got the... I don't know where the... Which one it is. It's Kelly Panasini for K & Company. Eclectic Designer, KP Eclectic Designer. But I don't see if it's got, I don't see like a name. Okay, I think I like this right there. So what I want it definitely in the mat, peeking out. So I'm gonna hold it down and start gluing it, and then get one end down, and then I'll secure the other. This one would be a pretty Christmas for some reason. It's kind of festive, but in a different. Okay. So I like that. Let's trim that at the top. So that's another one done. I got it at Tuesday morning, Laura. And then the other thing I got with it at the same time, I don't know if it's over here. I'll show you. Was, yeah. This, there's some butterflies in there. And this, which doesn't actually go with that set of paper, but it's K and Company. And this is something called, oh, this is Prima. This is Engraver. This is Prima. But I just thought those butterflies were all kind of cool looking, and they have little jewels in them. But that would be later, when you actually know what you're putting on the background. Right now I'm just doing building backgrounds with some of the jelly prints. All right, so let's trim this. And that may be what I do while I'm off, is I may find all my girls for all the decades, all my reference photos, put it in a file, and then I go to FedEx usually, and I print my color copies at the FedEx. I just take it on my thumb drive and print everything that I want and I need. Okay. So on this one, I have to say I'm pretty wild about taking a corner. Let me take this off because I want to. Where's the flamingo, Sherry? Are you just giving Eileen a hard time? Oh, there was a flamingo in that. There was a flamingo. I should put it on a card and send it to Eileen, shouldn't I? All right. Okay, so I want to put that in that corner. Let's see if there's another print, because this is a lot going on. All right, so far I'm not seeing anything that I want to use out of this pack. I mean, unless, no, it's too busy. All right, so one of these had, let's take the back of some of this. Try using some of that. Somehow. This can be cut and used. Not on this, I don't think. I'll use this. I'll use this separate on something else. I want to use that for sure. Some way, somehow. And I'm leaning towards some of this. Hi, Vicky. Okay. I really like this. And I like the music paper. I think I'm just going to tear. And I'll put this in this corner. And I think I'll lay this kind of up here. And then I'll be adding other stuff on top of it. But I thought about heart. I don't think so, though, now that I look at it. I think I'm going to stop it at that because, oh, I know what we can put on it. We can find some tissue, like text from a sewing pattern, which will give it that vintage flair, and it'll also take away that white. So when we come back here, it'll help meld those together. Find another piece with some text or some lines that are interesting. All right, we'll use that piece right there. All right, so let's put these on. Like, I'm pretty sure those butterflies will end up on these prints probably, because they're so stinking cute. Okay. And I will put this right here. I'll put this one on the corner. Some of these papers, I really like both sides, and it's going to be hard to decide. If you use one, you're giving up the other. And then some of the prints, they're not my colors, or they're too busy. For me. All right. So let's get this real wet. And we're going to lay this piece across here. And usually I give it a little water spray and then come back with the gel medium and work out any air bubbles. And I like the wrinkles, so I embrace them. And you just have to be gentle that you don't tear it. And I'll cut that part off later. All right, and then this one's a long rectangle. I think I'm gonna get rid of some of the extra. Let me get a different brush wet. With just some plain water. And I'm just gonna put a line kind of where I want to tear that of water. And it'll tear and leave me a deckled edge. Okay, got that free. And I want to take off some more over here. And then I kept it kind of free form. Because I think I won't, well, actually I'm going to take more of that off. Because what I want is I want this to come down approximately 2/3. So let's get this watered down and the water, when you spray it, just really helps it lay down. Okay. Let's dry that just a little bit. That should be good enough. And then I'm going to flip it over and trim that extra pattern stuff away. Put that aside because I always use it. So that background is really good as far as my aesthetic. So I mean, kind of. So if you take that and this is, I mean, she's not the right girl, but she is sort of. So if you took that and then you popped her in here. In fact, I kind of like her on there. So let's find a piece of white paper. She's not going to fit on there. Just a second. This is not the thickness that I usually like to use, but she'll work. All right. Let me move this so. I need the other scissors. Well, put her on there and then we'll do her dress. I'm not going to paint her tonight, but we can probably pick out a fabric paper that we like for the fabric. I don't know if it'll be what's on. I mean, she's going to have cherries because they're too cute. But I don't know about polka dots. And I'll come back and I'll trim this later. I just need to get rid of some of this paper. In my hand. So I haven't decided what I want to do for the streams that I'm going to sub for Ella. Besides, I know I will be doing my 1890s project on at least one or two. Okay, we just need her hand a little better. Maybe I'll do a little watercolor again you know, like have it ready, drawn. I do have a canvas. I'll show you guys in just a second. I need to go get the canvas, but I do have a piece that I need to do and finish. Maybe we'll do that too. Okay, so let's get rid of the extra paper and get rid of all that trash. We'll pop her. Let me get the mat because I want to get her in the kind of the right general area. I think she'll go about right there. All right. Let's pick her up. I don't want to move her too much until I get her where I want her. This is much thinner paper than I usually use too. So, which she'll be fine because by the time she gets clothes on her, because I'm definitely going to use a paper for the clothes. She's not wrinkling too bad. As long as she doesn't wrinkle up in the face. And all right, let's set her aside to dry. That's a possibility for the dress with the solid on the bottom. I think. Let's see, there's a this solid right there. Which keeps it in the turquoise. All right, so let's cut off her legs and her feet. I'll have to stick her body parts in a baggie for later. All right, and the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to cut her whole dress as one piece. Switch back to those other scissors. And I'm cutting under her arm. Actually, I need to cut around her arm. What am I thinking? I didn't plan this very well because I'm doing it on the fly. I should have made her arm up to go on top of her dress. But it'll work. Sorry, guys. All right. Put her to the side. Get rid of this. Get rid of that paper that's causing part of the problem. Okay. Her arm and her telephone. Okay, get rid of that. Okay, so there's her dress. We'll glue that on. Oh, that was such a pretty page that Ella did. I mean, that Jen did. Sorry. With the butterfly. And at first, when she put the black on, I was like, no, I wasn't sure. Because I really liked the pastel. But it did turn out really pretty. Okay. So that's that. Now let's take our dress again. And I'm just going to get a piece of this paper. And it's a turquoise, but it's got like a stitching on it. All right. And then what I'll do is I'll cut that. And I'm just making sure that I don't shorten it a little every time. So I'm just cutting right along the edge here because I want it to be just a little bit of an overlap. Okay. I need to put her little body parts to the side so they don't get lost or thrown away. Well, I mean, yeah, because if you think about it, this text is that little pop of black. Okay. We'll glue on here. And then we'll match it up. Right. She is ready to paint. Let me set her I need to wipe that off. I have quite a little hodgepodge of stuff going on now. Okay, so just kind of check where we're at with the mat. I think she'll be cute. Give her a little red shoe. Put the mat aside so I don't get it dirty. Let me give her a little dry. I think this one will end up being really cute. What I'll end up doing is put some little quote up here, probably, or a quote in here, but most likely it'll be right here. And then paint her, and she'll be done. All right, so let's do another background. All right. I know I want to use that one for something, because I really like all this. Let's trim off the edge right here. And this is 12 by 12. I don't know if it'll stay 12 by 12. I'm almost thinking 9 by 12 is what I'm thinking. Or a little bit. What I'm wondering is if I shouldn't focus. I think I'm going to do this one sideways. I might do an abstract with this one. Let's trim some more. Okay, and let's trim this. I'm just trying to make sure I have some overhang on the back. And then I'm going to trim some of that off. Okay, let's put the mat back on. Okay, so here's what we're working with. And I don't think it needs much. And I actually really like here, let me lift this up. There's these paper airplanes, and it says lunchtime. Can y'all see the white paper airplanes and the lunchtime? Super, super like all that. And these dotted lines. So here's the paper that I know I want to use some of this on it. And here's what I think I want to do. I'm going to just take a piece of this. And I'm going to fold it. All right, and I'm gonna purposely be kind of wonky. And then I'm gonna come in here and do an inside line. I may not use this one on this. And then I want to come in and do this several times. And get some circles from this jelly print. And then I'll probably I think these are too big. Kind of leaning towards that, coming out of the bottom right here. And then maybe a smaller one over here. Smaller than those, but bigger than. So now I'm just going to take another piece and do the same thing. And I'll use all these circles somewhere, somehow. Okay. So let's play with it might be that one. Okay, there's that. And then maybe just too much. Let's do another baby one or two. So we get the right size. That's too small. That's 5. I think that's it, guys. Let me get rid of the trash. Ooh, but that's a nice. All right, we get the mat picked up. Well, when you have all that black in that butterfly, then that other black really kind of was needed. Okay. All right, I know I want that there, so let's roll those up. I'll roll that down. And these glue down really easy because they're, I want this one under, because they're map paper. All right, just a second, let me get that. So they're really pretty thin. Weight, so they collage really well. Okay. All right, the next one, no black. All right, let me dry this. All right, and then what I'm gonna, that's still a little tacky on that side, so I'm gonna turn it. And I'm gonna take the dark cold gray and I'm gonna put these over and under. Real quick. It just helps them kind of stand off the page and not blend too much. Okay, let's see if these dry enough. I'm going over that. Under with this. This one's going over. Some of this will be under the mat. You won't see it. All right, there's that. All right, let's get the mat back. And I think I'm going to sign it right down in here. The medium tip. All right. And what I'm going to do is pick this up because I need this to be in this corner and flip it. And I know this isn't straight back here, but I'm really not too worried about it. Let me see if I like. Okay, I want to move this just a little. Yeah, I like that. All right, I know that's not a very... All right, and this is just archival tape. I need to buy a new roll of this. Especially if I start doing watercolors again. Because you have to mat your watercolors when you frame them. Because the mat keeps the... I don't know if any of you are aware of that. The mat keeps the glass off the watercolor and keeps it from getting because if you just put the glass up against the watercolor, you can get condensation, which will reactivate the watercolor and cause your artwork to get damaged. I think that one we can call done. Just a quick little abstract from some ugly scrapbook paper. And probably what I'll end up doing is I will probably end up doing something kind of similar with this, maybe. And this one, possibly. So they're like a series and there'll be 3. So let's cut. I don't know that I'll get that done on stream tonight. And they'll be similar but different. So I definitely want to get rid of that on this one. And get rid of this end right here. Let me get the mat and we'll decide. That one's horizontal, so maybe vertical. Well, I think this one's going to end up being horizontal too. So let's trim. Trim down some more of this side. And I'll keep all these pieces because you never know. Let's trim down more of this side. Okay, that fits under the mat. The question is, do we have something? I have some circles that already are cut from a previous project that I didn't use. Let me find those. They're kind of, oh, right here. There's a bunch of them. They're different metallics. They're a jelly print that I cut up with circles. Same way. I'm just trying to find all of them before. Okay, that might be interesting. And somewhere I have a flower that's cut. Let me find that real quick. If possible. That's why I keep everything scrap-wise a lot of times. With my jelly prints and just little pieces here and there. You never know. Oh, I should be. Well, I took a nap, so it was so nice. I came home, ate a late lunch, laid down, took a nap. I hate when I can't find what I'm looking for. Because I didn't prep any of this. Usually I try to pull what I'm going to use. Actually didn't think Lady Liberty would go as smooth as it did. I really want that copper flower. All right, I'm almost to the end of the bucket. It's because it's little and it's just laying between some papers somewhere. I should get a system. Bye, CB. Thanks for coming in and chatting. Nabbit. I keep finding little pieces of black paper that I think are it, but there's something else when I turn them over. Oh, luck. Well, that's a no-go on that one. I have a flower that's got the PBO blue, black, and copper. I don't like the gold on here. I'm thinking some of these maybe. But I also have a way of, this is brass, metallic luster, that's 2. Gold. Here's the copper. I'm thinking we might add some of that to those to make them more copper. And the other possibility is, no, I don't think I want to mess with that. All right, so let's do that. Some of these are too silver. All right, I'm going to do a similar, I know it's very similar to what I just did, but if it's going to be a series, then it should have similarities. Okay, and it may just be 3. The copper doesn't really show up over here, but the more silver does. So let's try it this way. Get rid of the mat for a minute. All right, so we're going to put those. This is the metallic luster. And I'm just going to blend some on to darken the metallic of these. have one that's a green that I think I'll do that other one in the green. It's a really pretty green. Okay. Oh, yeah. That just changed the intensity of those. All right, let's get rid of that one and let me get the green. I'm going to do that one. The one over here, I may have to change the, I'm going to do 2 copper and 1 green. And we may have to shift how we put them on the canvas. But we'll get them all shimmery. And then we'll play with it. All right. Let me get a baby white. I don't know. See, I think that's going to, we'll see. We may have to play with the composition a little bit again. Let me clean that off the mat and off my fingers. Okay. I had quite a bit of glue. Get those digits clean there. All right, so let's get the mat back. I kind of like that. Because this green doesn't, it's too much green here. It's got to sit more on that purple. And I'm not sure I want anything going off the page on this one even. I think I'm just going to leave the 3 circles and call it done. All right, so let's get the glue. The only thing I thought about is I kind of liked this word recess. I don't know. I don't have a really good, it's all where the circles are. In reality. All right, so let's glue those down. Okay. Those glued. Water. Right, and I still think I want might have that word coming in. Let me get the mat. I said turquoise, and I kind of like that word recess coming in here and maybe breaking that up. So let's put that there. A little bit sticking out, so. Glue that. Does not want to glue down. There we go. All right, let me dry that real quick. All right. All right, let's trim that little bit right there. And it's going to be right here. I'm going to sign it over here with a white paint pen. I wish I had a fine tip white paint pen. All right, and then I'm going to take the gray again. And I'm going to take a red for the copper. Kind of a rusty red. Where did the gray go? There it is. All right, so for the green, I'm just going to use the gray. It just kind of helps make the edges not look cut. And this was bubbled a little, so some of this has got a rough texture on it. Even gonna put a little purple, I think, on the edge of this. Just help it pop a little. Okay. Let me take some of it back off. All right, that's good. Night, Janet. All right, I think I want this one that's a little more red. Yeah, that's the one I want. Okay, and then this one under. Okay. We want that to be kind of like that. Okay, you know it's getting too late when you can't find things you just had. Tape across the top of that. Down the side. Okay. So that's not bad. So that would get that one. And this one would kind of be a pair. And then I think what I'll end up doing, I don't think I'm going to end up doing it tonight necessarily, but this one will somehow combine them. I think I'll get the pink and the copper And I'll use the rings again. And I might make it vertical. I don't know, I need to get this red in here, right in it. And I need to take pictures of those. I can list them on Etsy. And then we've got, she's ready to paint. And find a quote for her. And this is just a background ready for something. And this one's just a background also ready for something. I think I have a girl that well, I had a girl that is sitting like a big red dress. I don't know what I've done with her. I think she may go on here and I'll put her in a black dress. We'll see. Hi, Marilyn. Thanks, Eileen. And then I know I still want to use this as a background. And I know this will be a background. Those circles will end up going on something. Waste not, want not. Like I said, these circles here, I could do a combination of the pinks that I have left over with some of the coppers and green. That would be, tie those two together. This needs a plaid or something on it, I think. Or some turquoise. I might put some of this on there. I don't know. We'll save that for another day. I'm sure y'all are tired of this. See, it's hard to stop. You start moving prints around. That might go good on there. It's got copper and it's got the turquoise in the background. And that's got to go on something for sure because it's so lush. And we have to do something with this one. We'll turn this one into an abstract. All right, Eileen's still here, so we'll play for a few more minutes if any of you want to stay. If you don't feel like staying, you will not hurt my feelings. Let's take this and I'm gonna do abstract. Some of those gold ones. There's 3. Maybe some. Might need some newsprint. Let me get a map. Okay. See this? That has to be in the That has to be in the corner. And it's really hard to tell, but there's some gold and copper in here. It might need to be vertical. We'll have to play with that. Let's trim some of that off. Just a second, I know we need that. Let me mark with scissors kind of up where I need to trim it over to the side here. This paper's so big it won't fit in a trimmer until I get rid of that and save that. Thank you, Laura. Alright, so let's there'll be no black, no pink. Get rid of that. Okay, so we've got the green right there. I'm thinking that we might want some newspaper print to break up and add some interest. I don't know if I want to cover up any of that, or maybe I want to reduce the size of that. Let's tuck that in there. There we go. That's better. Because it can break that line. However, this is a piece for Eileen, so we might need some black. You never know. And then let's do that. Okay, let's do this way, and maybe this one's I may have lied, Laura. Lots of flamingos. Well, I do have a pink flamingo, but Eileen really wouldn't like it then. Use ink tints too? I don't think so. Oh, but wait a minute. Where did I put that bucket? Guys, I am, right there. Losing my mind. But one of these butterflies would be cool. Yeah, I do it. She's because she saw this pink flamingo. He actually would look really good. I mean, he wouldn't be abstract anymore. Let me cut him away, the carrier. He kind of looks cool. Could be an Eileen, what not to do, Eileen? All right, but I have something else I want to get from over here. That's behind me. Because I may have lied, Laura. Maybe we need to do a pink flamingo in the corner. I have a friend that if I post this, I'm telling you, she'd be like, how much is it? I'll buy it. I actually think the flamingo is going to have to go on there. But if we're going to do a flamingo, I think it's only fair. This is stamped tissue. And we might have to do a pop of black. I only have one, Laura. We can't do two. We only have one. Okay. So we're going to have to preview some of these, and we'll decide, and we'll just decide what we need or want. Okay. That would go there. Three little dots. Or three. The big ones I think are too much. Did Eileen would have me do this. Okay. We could also, I think it needs circles. I also have these. These are just stamps from Stampin' Up! That I stamped. So it could be that there's two here. That looks like an exclamation point. It might just need to be these three little. Okay. We still have the butterfly, possibly, too. Let's now take that pink. I think he has to stay. I think Laura's going to win on this one. But it is going to get some black because it's going to need that little pop. Okay. Oh, looky there, ladies. The Ultra Metallics reactivated. So that's going to have a green tint. See that green that's coming off? That's that paint. But that's okay. Eileen likes green. It's just these flamingos she's not happy about. All right, let's put the glue on the back of the paper to start with. I don't mind the green tinge, though, to be honest. All right, and then we got to work on the edges of this. So let's get the other paintbrush and just regular water. It's 10:41 here, but like I said, I took a nap, so if you want to hang, I get it. If the flamingos scare you, we get it. This laid next to some pink stamping, so it actually has a little tinge of pink, which kind of works out because the flamingos are pink over here. And there's some pink here in the jelly print. Okay. Let's put that right there, I think. I need my mat back. But I need to dry that. Let's dry this glue for real quick. Okay. That little bit of newspaper will get cut off. Yeah, I took a nap, Jean, so I am ready to stay up late. new book to listen to. Well, I gotta finish the one I'm reading, but I got 2 new audios that came in that were on my list. One from Fanny Flagg, the new one, and the last of the Clifton series by Jeffrey Archer. And the first one for that series is called Sins of the Father. Oh, so good. Okay. Let's peel and stick our little flamingo in its corner. Sorry, Eileen. Laura made me do it. But I have to say, I think I really like it. I'm not sure. I don't think it needs the circles. I think no circles. None of these. I think these take away. What it might need is some of this black tissue, this little pop of black. Let's see if we can find a butterfly that we like too, maybe. I lost one of the little circles I'd cut out. Oh, here it is. I might need one circle there. All right, let's see. I'm thinking. Here's one in black. There's one in white. Here's a solid black. There's a kind of gray color. That doesn't really do anything for me. Okay, there's another white. Let's put these back in the bag. Which, oh, Inferno? Sometimes they're not as new when I get them because I get them from the library. So they may not be new, like new to the bookstore. So which one, Jean, are you going to listen to again before? Was it Inferno? I think I saw that on the list when I was looking. Okay. There's a couple other things on here that I might use off this sheet. Now that we've got, there's this pink button. No. I think I kind of like that little, it's like a pink plastic button. What do we think of that? I don't think think I want any more of the tissue. I thought I did, but I don't think I want any more of the tissue. What do we think? And Eileen, be quiet. Oh, I definitely want that right there. Do we like the 3 butterflies? We should put the yeah, I knew. We should put the flamingos in the inferno. I'm telling you, I have a friend, as soon as I put a picture of this, will text me and ask me how much. Because she's flamingo crazy. The other thing is, I wonder, this one's got a print on it. I kind of like that. You like the gold circles back? You don't think they're... Take away the butterflies? So you like that, Laura? Gold and black circles. So these 3. In here? Or... No. I know what Eileen would say. Is she would be like, let's tuck. Let's pick him up just a little bit. And let's tuck a circle under him. The small ones. These, Eileen. All right, let me glue down the gold circles. Get rid of the butterflies. Okay. Okay, got that. Right here. Yeah. This is that green Vivid Ultra Metallic that we jelly printed with the other day. No butterflies. Butterflies, gone. Well, I am a little disappointed, people. Have to say that the vivids are bleeding. All right, now we need to take and get some of the water. Go around these circles. Yeah, I-86 the butterflies. Look at it. X-Acto knife. And I'm just tearing away at the edges. I want to keep the 3 circles together rather than, but I'm just trying to remove the extra part. And they have a little pink stain on them too. That red stays on bled. This tissue is bled that I printed while it was stored. It was folded and while it was stored on, I'll show you. Get, oh no. Okay. We'll put some glue back in here. Get our 3 little circles. And they are going to have a little pink around them. They're not going to go perfectly clear. But what I can do is come in and pull more away with the X-Acto knife to minimize. Now that I've got them down. Kind of like the pink on the gold there. So I'm going to leave that. And just take it off here and there. Okay. I think that one is done. The best way to clean a glue brush, in my opinion, is to take Murphy's oil soap, some dish soap, and hot water. And I can't tell you, I would say maybe I'll get a cup or a glass and I'll fill it about 1/3 to 1/4 of the oil stuff. And then add a little squirt of the, I'm telling you, soak it in Murphy's oil with a little dish soap and hot water. And I don't do it real high water. I just do it fairly thick concentration of the Murphy's. Use Murphy's oil soap, some liquid hand detergent like you'd use to wash your dishes, and a little bit of water. And I just usually put enough so that I'm just soaking the bottom part, and I put all my brushes in them. And it will take out old acrylic. It will revive brushes that you thought were dead. And you can also use it to clean your stencils and soak it in a bath and clean your stencils. Yeah, gel medium. All right, we need to sign it down here. I need to give it a little dry here real quick before I flip it over. All right, I'm going to grab it in this corner because it's got that flamingo's got to be there. Flip it. All right. All right. I think we can call that one done. It's really awesome if I do this, right, Eileen? It will sell because flamingos sell. But I do think that's it for me. Which is good because I have 3 that are done that I can list. It's not just masking tape. This is archival binding tape. I get it on Amazon. Hinge tape, it might actually be called. Look, guys, this is what I was talking about. See, I stamped all this tissue. And look what the red did. See how it bled? And because it was folded onto the black, it bled onto this black. It must have gotten damp. It didn't happen to the turquoise. And I don't like that tissue I used. I'm not sure it was my normal tissue. It had kind of a waxy feel. Oh, losing little circles everywhere. All right, put those up. Save our butterflies for another day. Still almost think it could have used a little butterfly. But thank you for everybody for keeping me company, coming, and I wasn't really motivated to do anything. Yeah, it has more of a deli feel Yeah, it really bled. I don't even know where I got that tissue. I will see everybody tomorrow. Let me stop the recording.